Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for anybody who happens upon my channel, of course, but it does help if you do have your sun, moon, rising, Venus, your midheaven, and or your Mars in the sign of Aquarius. Nonetheless, if you happen to click on this video, even if you intended to watch another video, there's a reason why you were directed here. May you find all that you need, definitely. Let me know how June has been going for you, though. At the end of this video, I will definitely leave the link to the overly thematic reading I did for the sign of Aquarius. If you have not yet watched it, definitely check it out. Let me know how these videos are resonating with your own personal energy. I always try to throw in some advice or suggestions for a different direction you can take than the approach that you may have been using. So if you have utilized anything that I have said, do let me know how that worked out for you. And don't feel pressured to use what I say, the advice that I try to give, right? I just try to wet the wheel, and give you suggestions for ways to be creative with what you're going through. But let's definitely get into your mid-month reading. What came out for you energetically was the Knight of Cups, followed by the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. In the obstacles position, you have the Five of Cups, followed by the Eight of Swords and the Hermit card. Last week of June, in ways to overcome these obstacles, you have the Temperance card. Is it focused? Do it like a makeup tutorial, maybe that'll help. Followed by the Seven of Cups and the Six of Wands. Okay. I feel like you guys might be torn between your emotional nature and or using your more rational mind when it comes to the things that are transpiring in your life right now. You're having sleepless nights because you don't know whether to listen to your heart, your intuition, your emotions, if there's any real basis there, or if you just need to be more logical and more rational and take a more stubborn approach with what is going on. I'm hearing ultimatums. Potentially somebody may have given you an ultimatum to be with them or choose your work. So that can very well be a scenario. Because they feel like you're too independent, you're too involved in your work, there is not enough time to really build a foundation with them. I'm getting a sense of being left out in the cold. They also might find you stubborn. I'm getting that with the two nines, and I know triple nines can come across as an individual that is really stubborn and just inflexible when it comes to being able to mold their beliefs around other people. As far as it comes to compromising and stuff, it's kind of like what you think or what you say is what it is. There is no bending the rules for you. There is no making of exceptions, and I feel like that may have been causing a lot of conflict in your personal life. As far as the obstacles go, if we're keeping with what's been going on, what I'm picking up, it's like you kind of run away from the problems, because this is her husband. She just found out the truth of who he is, right? She received in the Four of Cups, her sisters were giving bad advice as to why she never really gets to see her husband. They were just making up all these stories, lies, gossip, rumors out of envy of her finding her happiness, right? And so she went against her own will and the desires of her husband, right? I don't know if desires is the word, but I can't think of what I'm trying to say. But anyway, went against him and found out some stuff. So this is kind of like you go looking for something and you find very well what you're looking for, but it causes emotional distress, emotional upsets, disappointments, a sense of betrayal in doing so. So that can be the case, or again, it can be that you or your partner potentially, because this can be vice versa energy, just runs away from problems and or makes a big deal out of things that really aren't. Maybe they have anxiety, maybe you have anxiety, you have the habit of overthinking and causing havoc, or is it causing havoc? Wrecking havoc? We're just going to pray over the situation. I hope you guys know where I'm trying to go with that, but just causing havoc where there doesn't need to be any. And that can be a character flaw that you need to look deeper into, where that stems from, why you feel the need to really sabotage yourself and your relationships in that way. It can also be that somebody's waiting for you to make more of a commitment in a relationship, proposal even, maybe if you guys have been dating for a while. But they need to understand, or you guys need to have a conversation and it be understood that in due timing, when it's right, it will happen. Because the Hermit card talks about time, and that's the one thing that you can't be stubborn with. Like, you can't control time. Everything is going to happen when it's supposed to happen, whether you like it or not. Certain things have an expiration date. You need to learn how to let go of the things that are not meant to stay in your life past one season or 2 seasons, past the springtime, right? Now we're going into summertime. There may be a relationship that needs to come to an end, and you're in your head about that, having sleepless nights about that, but all for good reason, because they have mistreated you in some sense, or you them, and finding out some sort of information that was upsetting, and it's not something that you maybe at this time of your life can mentally deal with. It could be a deal breaker for you. It's understanding that there are seasons for relationships too, and needing to sever those ties. But at the very least, it can just be looking into why you self-sabotage relationships, why you tend to act so stubborn and need to always have things go your way, right? Why you are so inflexible when it comes to taking care of other people and their needs, right? The way that they tell you they need to be treated. You can't just do things your way. It's going to always cause like disagreements in the relationship. It can cause betrayal in the relationship because you're so unwilling to bend. You think that everything that you do is so right. So that can be something that you look into coming into the mid-month. And if you resolve those issues, then you are able to restore balance in a relationship. And when you restore that balance by deciding to be a little bit more flexible and open-minded, you're able to have more success in your relationships all across the board, because it doesn't even have to be on a romantic sense. This can be how you act just in general as a person, right? So in your workspace, in your career, the way that you think a certain project should go, if you are an entrepreneur, the design of your business, and how you want things to be incorporated, how you treat yourself even. But you will have success by becoming more flexible, by being more forgiving, definitely of yourself too, but of other people in the way that they need to be handled. I'm hearing handled with this Temperance card. I feel like if you have or will have difficulty in getting through these energies by yourself and reaching out for spiritual guidance, or somebody that is more spiritually attuned, they will be able to help you and help you conquer all of these things that you have been dealing with on your own, right? I'm just also getting that with the 6 of Wands. Like, there is support around you should you need it. You just have to be open to asking for it, right? Don't feel like you're on this journey alone. And then again, as far as tying everything back together with the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, remember how I said that you, outside of making an ultimatum, how you were having difficulties with deciding whether or not to be more or use more of your emotional nature or more of the rational side of who you are and logical side of who you are. You can understand by the end of June the benefit of having both, because in this Temperance card, she is very much rooted in spirit as well as on the earthly plane. So use both your intuition and your logic. There is a way to use the both of them to your benefit. You can make that choice and see success in doing that. And then there wouldn't have to be an ultimatum in that sense where you're having to decide which part of yourself to use. Your most authentic self is one that is an integration of both of those things. As well with the yin-yang principle, the seed of the other lies within each. So getting in touch with your what is it called, like your shadow self, as well as the light aspects of who you are, and having both of those things, understanding that everybody in this world is an amalgam of both light and dark. So that could be also what helps you open up and to be more flexible and to be able to work well with others, or work better with others once you get through this energy and understand that more. So that's what I am really picking up for you guys. As far as chakras are concerned, get in touch with your heart chakra, most definitely, your root chakra, your throat chakra, your intuition. And if you do not know how to come into alignment with those energy centers of your body, I will leave the link in the description box below. You may have to scroll down or through it a little bit before you get to the website, but I will leave that in the description box for you definitely to look into. If this resonated though at this time, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more. And I will talk to you guys in July. Take care.